You would have man
listen.
around your picnic
No, shut your
naked.
mouth, T. Shut your
I'm
mouth.
done.
Shut your mouth. It's
You
like
would.
chicks. He's man.
You would.
I will
This
dash
is what you're
this back at you
saying.
in a minute. No, it's not what I'm saying. So shut up.
But her dad can. Her dad can.
Shush.
Her dad can.
Can I speak?
She could go around her dad and he could be starkers naked,
Can I
and it's
speak?
fine.
Can I
and
speak
you
now?
think that's fine?
Can I speak now?
What's going on, people? Welcome back to another new episode. On this week, we actually have the baby fathers and the baby moms together to talk about certain situations, what has been kind of been floating in the air, what we thought we'd get ourselves kind of a discussion to be kind of going on. As you can see, my co-hosts, I've got G1 West, long time, my brother.
Come on, man.
Wait,
I'm back, man. You lot dragged me out my bed. I got no trim in that, but I'm here, man.
All right, so G1 is definitely on the baby fathers team, and on my left we have Tamsin and we have Shells. How you lot doing?
Hello. Good. Thanks for having us on your show.
But you know what? I don't even think if it's our show. I just think it's the baby moms, baby fathers come together on this one.
I think so as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Like a co-parenting. Almost.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
this is nice.
Yes. Show them how it's supposed
Order
to be
in
done.
the court and that.
yeah.
Civilized.
Well, we're gonna see how we get on today anyway.
Yeah, it might not be civilized.
By the end of it, is exactly. So the first one I was wanting to kind of touch base on, what I actually got someone who sent a message. What I thought was pretty kind of something good to talk about, and it was literally, if a mother has moved on in her life with a new partner, does the father introduce himself to the new boyfriend, or should the boyfriend introduce himself to the father? I'll go with Shells in that one first.
Okay, well, I can only speak from kind of like hypothetically because I haven't actually been in that situation, so I don't really know. But I would think it could work either way, really. I think both sides may feel, well, I mean, the dad, obviously, of the child, they're much more invested. So they may want to introduce first because that's their child. Like, they need to know who's around their child, what's going on, etc. But a boyfriend, I mean, I guess if he's trying to do the right thing, if he's trying to show his kind of honourable intentions from the beginning, maybe he's a parent himself and he knows how he would like to be dealt with, then maybe he would take it upon himself to do the introducing. But I don't think it has to be one way or the other, but I think it needs to be done.
But who do you think, okay, if he was in that situation, who would you think who should introduce it? Should it be yourself to bring them together?
Yeah, I think if I was in a situation, I would do it as the mum, because that way I'm controlling the situation and I'm doing it because I've got a kind of interest in both sides. So that's why I'm doing it. Like, it might not go down well if the dad does it. Like, he might just be kind of asserting his authority and being like, letting the boyfriend know, just letting you know. Like, it's my kid. Like, it might not come across well. And then if the boyfriend does it, again, even though you might have good intentions, the dad might be a little bit taken back. Like, who you stepping to? Like, why are you letting me know? Like, can you imagine? Like, I don't know, they open the front door now of the baby mum's house, or, you know what I mean, they come down midway while you're in interaction of the child. I'm just not sure, even if you have good intentions, how that would come across. Whereas if it was me, I would say to the dad, I would like you to meet my boyfriend. Been with him, it's serious, blah, blah, blah. I think it's really important. That way, I've warned him, I've warned the boyfriend that it's going to happen, and then I'll do it. That's how I would do it.
Tams?
Yeah, I agree. 100%. I was going to say, when you first asked the question, you said which male should prompt it. Personally, it should be the mother who has the interest in that situation. And I think, like, on the other side, I guess it's more about the mum because the children are with the mum 9 times out of 10. So because she has the children most of the time, the other male is going to be around those children because of that setup. And if the setup's the opposite way around, then it should be the other way around. But I definitely think the mum should be the one that prompts the situation. in a social situation, maybe a gathering, a family, birthday party or something like that, where there's no pressure on either guy.
But you don't think that's a bit more sticky, where you're doing it in the surroundings where you got family members and then you're saying, "Oh, this is such and such."
No, I think it's better because you're.
Well, it's almost like a conversation that had to be done. So I actually met when I was with my baby father, he had a child before, and I met his baby mum by going to his daughter's birthday. So he must have, I don't know if he asked the baby mum, but it came about that I was allowed to go to the party. So it's not like I turned up or anything like. He definitely asked her, and she said that would be fine. So we didn't really have like an awkward conversation. We didn't really have like, this is me, who are you? It was just a case of, she said it was okay for me to come. I came, like you said, it was a party, it was a happy celebration, lots of other people. And literally when I walked in, she came over to me, she said hello, I said hello, and then we were just all nice. So you didn't almost have to have a chat.
It takes, the reason I said it is because it takes the pressure off.
Yeah.
Also as well, you're in a social situation. If it's a birthday party, for example, the parents are going to be there. The grandparents might be there. The children are there. You're less likely to have your ego and your backup and everything, all the other emotional stuff in the way. Do you get what I mean? So you're more likely to just...
be nice. Everyone should just be being
cool.
nice. Like, we're all here adults. To be nice.
We're adults. So at the end of the day, you love this person who has these children. You want to invest in this woman and these children. And the dad is the same. Obviously not in the woman, but the children. So do the right thing by the children. So
if it was the other way around, if the dad had a girlfriend, would you expect the dad to put you both together to say, this is my new woman? Or would you expect the woman to come and say, yo, I'm dating such and such?
If you're a weekend dad, then it depends on the age of the children, personally. If the children are babies, then I think it's a little bit more of a thing where I would want that as a mother because my children are babies.
So you expect the dad to do it or the girlfriend to do it?
Look, we're the parents. We're in charge of how our children are going to be raised, yeah? When we were together and we had these children, hopefully, if it wasn't a whoopsie baby or a what do you call it? Friends with benefits type of situation. I'm trying to be polite. Then, and you were actually in a relationship and it broke down after that you had the children, then, and you're co-parenting, you should be able to say, look, what we wanted for our family can still happen even though we are not fucking. Even though we're not in a romantic relationship, we should still be able to put our shit aside after some time of healing and co-parent these kids. Yeah? So if the kids are young and the person is going to be around the children a lot, then yeah, I think it should be down to the parents of the children to facilitate any kind of meetings with anyone else.
Okay. G?
Boy. Now, what my thing is coming from the men's side, like, what if it's two bad men you're trying to bring to each other? It's not going to run smooth. Especially if they're two gunmen as well. especially if they're two gunmen as well. How are you going to bring them in the same room? It's not happening.
Okay,
and they both got their hammer on them.
Okay,
it's not happening.
But why can't they both come?
But it won't happen because of the situation. Remember that they could be bitter too.
Okay,
they might not want to see no new boyfriend around their kids, and they might not want to see that. So they might be anti from then.
Okay, but how is that going to work for the kids?
It's not. It's not. So then, therefore, making them introduce is not going to work if they're two bad man.
I just think that
if one's a donut, yeah, and he's allowing for certain things, then there you go.
Let me come into that because I've been in that kind of situation myself. When I went to my daughter's birthday, in that kind of situation, but when I was at the party, and it's the first time I saw this brother, nobody did introduce me to nobody, and I thought to myself personally, if it was me, if I was the boyfriend, I would have gone over to the father and introduced myself and said, look, I'm such and such, and obviously I know you're the dad. Obviously, I'm around your daughter, and just to let you know that I'm not trying to step in to play your father role. However, I'm only there to just look over her. So the fact that the brother didn't do that, I was taken back because I didn't thought it was my place to go and approach the brother. You understand?
So what did you do?
This is what we're getting at, yeah?
But what did you do? But what did you do then? Did you not say anything?
I didn't say nothing.
Okay, but do you know what? Sometimes when you're in a situation, if it doesn't go the way you think it should go, sometimes you then have to just take control though and be like, don't let it go past. Don't like you said, like if you think he should have come over and he never come over, then go over there and be like, because that almost is making him look a bit foolish that he should have come over and he didn't come over. You're kind of showing like, I've got no problem. Like I'm just here for my kids and I want.
But that's literally what it was. I'm only here for my daughter's party, but the fact that this is the first time meeting a brother, I just thought to myself,
yeah, but maybe
like,
he felt nervous.
At the end of the day, I had nothing against you, and I still don't. You understand? 'Cause it's never been that kind of party. But the fact that when you drew it to the party situation, it's families, boom, boom, boom. At some time, it doesn't even work, and it's even there itself in them kind of settings.
No, it doesn't always work. But you know, like G's saying, either you can have two guys who are just bad, and it's not. They're not on a humble thing. It's not going to go well. Or you might have people that are afraid of the situation or new to the situation. You might have someone who don't have any kids themselves. Therefore, they don't know, because obviously we're always thinking, if it was me, if I had kids, but you might meet someone, the man, he ain't got no kids, so he don't really know how he should act. I always take it as, you know what, if you don't do what it is I want you to do, I'm gonna kind of force you. I'm gonna bring it to hand. But
even to what G was saying, he was talking about it won't go well because it's an ego thing, innit, when you're saying, because he's looking at, I shouldn't have to do anything, you should have to do it. You're a bad man, I'm a bad man. So for there, it's not going to go down well. But I think if it's only just down to the focus should really kind of just be down to the kids.
Yeah.
You
and
understand?
The person who can be reined in that situation is the boyfriend. Because if that was me, I might not be able to rein my baby father in because we're done. He might not listen to me no more, whatever. But I'm reining my baby father and my boyfriend in. I'm saying, listen, you want to be with me? We need to make this smooth. We need to make this work. We're not about to start a proper relationship and be in a proper relationship and go on to whatever, and you not getting on with my baby father. You're acting like a fool. I'm about to rein him in, so he's about to humble himself.
But I also think as well, that if you set that kind of negative energy from the get-go, that means you're always going to be having conflict with that partner. Because it started off on a bad note. So when G was talking about it wouldn't go down well, when is it then going to go down well?
Yeah, it's not.
Because if they say all of a sudden this person's going to be in your child's life for 4, 5, 8 years, right? When do you then throw in your back to say, do you know what? Maybe I should ease him up. Where if you make it start properly from the beginning, you don't have to like the brother.
Exactly.
Yeah,
of course.
But if there's boundaries what's being set to say, yo, like boom, boom, boom. Then it should kind of just it should really kind of then be a smooth thing, because I said you don't have to like him. Obviously, we know that some we know that some people act out of character, so you can't help certain man. But we should start thinking about how can we move forward to help the situation without it not being toxic. So like even to mothers.
I was about to say, you know what? Because we're talking about men. Like we've been talking about getting two men together, and as G said, like it being beefy. But what about if it was women? Because I'm not sure necessarily two mums would make it any easier, because you might have a new girlfriend who don't like the mum, got issues with the mum, especially if the dad has been telling her stuff in her ear, not painting a good picture. And then, do you know what I mean? And then you got a mum who can be very protective of her children as the sole parent who's with them all the time, might find it quite difficult to let go, difficult to share, difficult to have a new woman come in the life. So I'm not sure it'd be any easier.
But is the mum more overprotective with that because she's scared of losing a child to another woman? What's the mother's fear?
It could be that. What I would say is, though, I'm not sure the man would always handle the situation right. So, from my own experience, I met my baby father's woman. Like, I ain't met her. She's been there. They've had kids together. I have not met her. My child comes back. I ask her what she's done at the weekend. She says, I've been in this woman's house. We've been doing this. We've been making cakes. Now, don't get me wrong. I have a very good picture in my mind of the woman because I've only heard good things from my daughter. And I don't actually blame the woman in any way because she can't force herself to meet me. She don't know me. We've not been in any situation. So I actually don't have a problem with her because it's my baby father that has clearly kept us apart.
So why do you think?
Clearly
Why do you?
doesn't want us to meet.
But why do you think he's done that though? Why he doesn't want you two to meet?
Maybe because I'll tell her some home truths about him.
You reckon that's what it is?
Maybe. Listen, I actually don't know because I have approached it with him and I have told him that it is nothing but common courtesy to let me know who is around my child, who is she, what she look like, where does she live, let me see her. Like, you know, you always get an impression when you meet someone, like, let me meet her and just get a little impression.
Maybe he's ashamed.
Of the woman. Maybe he's ashamed of me. Maybe he don't want her to meet me. I don't know. But the point is, it don't matter who the mum is or who the girlfriend is. It's about my child. And it's about, I don't think he understands because I've never had a partner.
That's what I was just about to ask you.
No, I've never had one yet. We've been separated for 4 years and he has never had to be in a situation where he has heard in any way that a man has been around.
So do you think that if you was dating somebody, he wanted to know who your partner would be?
I don't know if he'd want to know.
Would you tell him?
No, not now. Now he's getting the exact same treatment that he gave me. He's not getting.
But is that best for your daughter?
Yeah, it's best for my daughter. She's good. She's gonna get all the treatment.
Clear your throat.
She's gonna get everything she. No, but because honestly, before I actually always thought that I would meet someone before him. Because I broke up with him, I actually thought that I would move on first. And I already used to say to my friends, when I move on, this is how I'm going to do it. So I spoke about, I will introduce them. I want it to be calm, I want it to be good, But then, lo and behold, he met someone first. So he's the one that's had to lay out the situation. And he has not given me any respect or any courtesy. Like, so I'm not sure I'm going to afford that back to him. And like you said, the children mostly live with their mum. Yeah. So he is only a weekend dad. So I only have to put up with my daughter being around his woman for 2 days.
So you reckon if you move the man in your house, he have to pop it for 5 days?
Well, you're going to have to put up with it. And how can he say anything? What can he say to me? How dare he say to me, I want to meet this man? Or how dare you say, because what will I say? Who the fuck is this woman? Where do you live? Where does she live? Where does my child go? I'd have no idea. And I've not known for, I don't know how long it's been now, about 1.5 years. So you and I said that
because of
to
the
him.
age of your daughter. Because if you had teenage kids, or if your daughter was a teenager, you'd know. You'd know enough. Do you know what I mean? Because she would have her own phone. You could track her. You would ask her questions. She'd just tell you things. You know, like things like that.
Well, I do try to ask her.
At the tracking?
G, what's your take on this one?
On what, the tracking?
No. Bruh.
Hell no. Track those motherfuckers, y'all.
About if introducing two women together. From the guy's point of view.
Do you think they need to meet? Do you think baby mum and
guy
girlfriend
might
need
not
to meet?
do it because in fear of what his baby mother might say. So a guy might be reluctant. To bring his new girl into all of that hype and drama, especially if she's a mad one. He's like, you need to stay away from her. She's toxic. I don't want to fill in your head with shit because then you're then going to have to explain yourself every 2 minutes because, as you know, women taking information. She might not say nothing then, but it'll build up. Then so you see when your baby mother said, you see when they said, and all of that, it just gets stupid, innit? So yeah, man might avoid that because it's unnecessary. Man just wants to move on and smooth, innit?
All right, but what would you do if your baby mum asked if she could meet your girlfriend? If she said, I would feel comfortable to meet your new girlfriend because she's around.
I'd have to check the tone in how she said it because it could have the slight crazy in it, and you have to see what's going on, and you got to take your own judgment. And if you feel, you know what, cool, and she's coming with the correct vibe, bring them through.
All I would say is
let them have a mediation.
All I would say is that whatever you do, you have to be aware that that may happen back to you. That's what I'm saying.
Of course.
Because like you said, you might have your reasons,
course.
and it might be valid, and you might think the mum's crazy, and she might say something, but you have to expect that when the table is turned, and I'm saying I know how you dads feel when it's your child. You're like, can't have no man around my child. Who is this? I know you don't feel strongly about that. So you have to expect that then might happen to you.
I don't feel strongly about that.
What do you
Everyone deserves to be happy, and if they have kids and they have a boyfriend, then so be it. Do you know what I mean? As long as you don't trouble my you, it's different. That's all. I don't really need to really speak to you, because if you do get a boyfriend, they're most probably going to hear about me anyway. And they're going to know what time it is. They're going to know it's not a foolish man they're dealing with. So they'll come correct. They most surely won't even come with no discipline, what they might try. And if they did, my children, I'm sure, would tell me.
So hold on. Would you expect the brother to introduce himself to you, or do you feel that you would go to him and say who you are and address yourself?
Why does that matter so much to you?
Like, who done it first?
Yeah, why?
Because I feel if you're the father, like, but no, it's real. Because if I met somebody and they had a youth,
Yeah.
I would have to go and approach the dad because he's the dad. You see what I'm trying to say?
What about your ex? Would you not expect her to facilitate some sort of?
No, because I think it's a man-to-man conversation. So if it's a man-to-man
Do you think
conversation,
it's a woman-to-woman conversation? Because
yes, I personally think so too.
Because I'm, man-to-man is a
Because do you know what?
Because
when you say it's a man-to-man conversation, right? The mum might give you the airdrop to say, "Oh, she's meeting somebody new." So you've already got the heads up. But now it's a man-to-man thing. If I'm serious about your child and I'm serious about the mother of your child, hey, bro, can I talk to you for 2 minutes or for 5 minutes?
Out of respect.
It's because it's respecting. So then now he's just addressing, like, instead of me going there trying to, oh, bro, what's your intentions? What's boom, 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 boom. It's like I'm now.
Are you a fuck boy? You're just going to fuck my baby mother and duck?
It's like.
Because that's what he's doing.
Yeah, but you know what? It might also be a respecting to do nothing, to not cause any problems. Like imagine, like when you ring on the phone, the boyfriend don't be making no noise in the background. He don't be trying to show his presence. If he's there when you come to pick up the child, he don't come and answer the door. He don't do that. Might also be a form of respect, to just be in the background and not do nothing. Because I would find that respectful, because I don't want to be calling my baby father and all of a sudden you're in the background, you're chatting, or you're answering the phone, or you're doing this, or you're doing that. Like, do you know what I mean? The most.
True.
So maybe doing nothing is also respectful, because you may also be, because it's about timing.
No, it's definitely about timing, but at the same time, a brother sees you, it's supposed to be, it's a 5-minute convo. Yeah? It's just to say who you are, what's your intentions. The father shouldn't have to be addressing down the intentions to tell you, giving you the A, B, and C. Obviously, he's going to hear your side first, because he's going to appreciate a bit more that you came out to address and say, look, I'm such and such. He's not coming on some roadman thing. He's coming on a man-to-man thing. And I think man-to-man can have that conversation. Even though the father might not even be happy with that situation. But the fact that you come and said, yo, bro, it's a man-to-man thing. This is what my intention is in. Then there shouldn't be anything after that.
I think it's boiled down to what type of woman you've left behind.
100%. I have both of my...
If she's a decent woman and got decent morals about her, she will move correct from the get-go regarding having a boyfriend and around the kids and she wouldn't accept certain behaviors from that boyfriend towards her kids. She'll 100%. Cut that down, break that down. That wouldn't even reach me. Do you understand?
Both of my partner and my baby father get along.
And that's how it should be. That's the best you can have it.
They did have a man-to-man conversation.
Without you being.
I went there.
Yeah, and that's why most probably now they're good.
I facilitated them meeting. I mean, it was like I was moving house, and they both knew that they were both going to be there at the same time.
Yeah.
So they were packing up and helping, breaking down the furniture and loading the van and all that shit together. And it was
for you.
I was like, you could just feel the tension, but they were cool. They're both decent guys. So,
and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But do you know what? This is all. Well, obviously that really happened, but obviously what we're talking like hypothetically, because we're talking about what you should do, what I would like to.
Yeah.
You have to think about what is the actual situation? Like, what if the baby father still wants his baby mom? Or what if she's proper causing him grief and he's quite angry? Like, what if she ain't letting him see the child all the time, so he's quite angry? It's easier to just say, cool, you should introduce, we should be nicer, but you don't know what the situation is. Like, what if, like, imagine as the man, you think your baby mom is a bitch. Like, maybe she is proper mistreating you, not letting you see your child. How are you going to come to her boyfriend and try to be like,
but see, that's
humble?
the difference.
Yeah,
how's
that
the
is the
boyfriend going to
difference,
come to
though.
you,
No,
try to be like, on an introducing thing when...
But that shouldn't be a problem, though. This is what I'm trying to say to you. When you have the bro code and it's a man-to-man thing, whatever you and the mum have, that man should respect when you come to talk to him. It's between you and him.
Okay,
it shouldn't be about you and the mum don't get along.
Right, but how's it going to be now? Imagine you lot, you got yourself a new woman, yeah, nice new woman, you and her's vibe, it's good, you know, and she's got some kids, and her baby father is treating her like shit. What, you got nothing to say?
That's usually the case.
Exactly what, and you got nothing to say about that. You just, none of your business. You're just minding your business, yeah? Why you treat your woman like shit.
And that's what the problem is today, because man take that upon themselves.
Well, because what are you
They
supposed
take it
to
upon
do?
themselves
Thank you, G.
and they start to defend their woman, because that's a natural thing for
So
a man.
are you saying
is
that
to
they
defend
shouldn't?
his woman. So what?
Are you
Am I
saying that they
no,
should
I'm not. I'm
defend?
not saying that they shouldn't defend.
Because
It's natural to defend your woman.
Right, well, but then that's going to...
Do you understand? If you didn't care for her, you're just gonna say, cool, you know what I mean? I'm just here for the beat.
I'm out.
Her baby father's dissing her.
out,
I'm
yeah.
grinding. I'm still
But
getting
G,
a bit of say, and
but
I'm
G,
off.
but
No.
G, but it's down to what kind of disrespect. Is he just, obviously, if he's just acting out of normal? Was he putting his hands on her? So you have to look at the levels of disrespect, because if she's at him, he's at her, that's the own personal beef what they got going on.
Oh, of course. If it's just about kids, like he
Yeah.
turns up late, she moans
That's
about
the own
it,
personal
she's saying
beef.
about money.
Yeah.
Of course they do. But I'm saying, like, what would you do if you heard him down the phone telling her, you fucking bitch, you da-da-da, like, and you're sitting there and he's like cussing her out, like...
But what I'm trying to say to you, off that level though, if you introduce yourself to that brother, you have now given yourself that kind of space to say to me when you do see him, go, bro, like, obviously, I heard how you were speaking to her, and I didn't really kind of like that. So next time, please don't talk like that to her. Where if you had ever chat to the brother before, and the first time you're now want to chat to him because there's a situation, it's really going to be a situation because
100.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the two levels of
Timing.
yeah.
And then you got the aspect of it where they say their baby mother and their baby father, just leave them to it. Don't get involved. Do you understand?
I think
That comes up a lot.
There is an element of that, and I think there is like a level of, there's a line, isn't it? There's decisions that a mother and a father make together, yeah, and where as the stepmom or the stepdad, for example, to be or whatever, you kind of, with your partner, you may discuss those issues, but you don't get involved in the mum and the dad's kind of stuff. Like I don't. There's no need.
Yeah, 100%.
Unless there's like abuse or something
Yeah.
mad happening, then yeah, okay, you might want to step in. But if it's a general beef, general baby father, baby mum drama, just, you know,
Hold your corner.
yeah, just hold your corner. As long as no one's being outright disrespectful to the point where you need to step in, step back. I think I agree with what you just said. Like, you kind of have to know your place.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes I just think it's easier said than done, because, as you know, people act off emotions and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's easy to say, in theory, this is what I would do, this is what we should do, da-da-da. But when you're actually in the situation and you're faced with a person, and like you said, it might be irrational fears. Like a mum, it might be irrational the way that she feels. She may be angry, she may be upset, she might be insecure, she might be worried. Like, you don't always act the way you should act, but obviously you should, because it's for the kids. Because I always have to remind myself that what is best for my daughter is more people in the world that love her. Like, I am more than happy that when she goes to her dad's and comes back, that she tells me about the nice, fun things that she does. When she tells me, like, she went pumpkin picking.
Yeah.
Your father never took your pumpkin picking. Yeah, that never happened.
So
Okay.
check this
For
then.
8 years, we never went pumpkin. It was
So-
his woman, but I'm happy. That's nice. That's nice. So I've got nothing bad to say. But that's how you should be. You should just be thinking it is, two more people. If the mum's got a new man, the dad's got a new, you should just be thinking it's two more people that love your child, that are there for your child, that can provide for your child. Like my dad, it took me a long time, but after a while, I really like his wife. Like I love it because that's an extra person in my life. So, but you have to really try hard to remember that and to get to that place and to overcome all the bits that are in between.
Yeah.
You know, and some people may find it hard even if the child is actually talking about the other person, because sometimes my daughter does be chatting and saying the woman's name and chatting about how good it is and how nice it is. And honestly, sometimes it's a little bit like
it touches you.
Little bit like
knife, like
do you know what I mean? Just a little bit like, or you know. But you know, like I say, you have to still remember like this is nice at the end of the day. That's nice because if she told you she was going there and she didn't like it. And the girl,
or she was getting left out, or sleeping
on
the floor,
or the girl likes to, you know, she's with her other kids, and I get this. That would be a nightmare. So, in theory,
count your blessings.
Yeah, count your blessings.
So anyway, look. What I'm saying is this: when your baby father or your baby mother messages you inappropriately at inappropriate hours,
but
and to cause not problem with your boyfriend or the girlfriend, you're kind of downplaying it until you're alone.
But what is the purpose of the message? Because if the message is clearly about
it could be one of them, either the baby mother or the baby father that still wants that woman back.
That's inappropriate. So it doesn't matter.
And she knows she's got the man, and he knows she's got the girl, and they're just playing the ass.
Yeah, but okay, that's an.
What do you do about
message.
that?
That's an inappropriate message. Whether
do you retaliate or do you keep quiet in the background?
Is this cheating you're talking about?
No,
because it's one-sided.
It's no, because remember, it's one-sided.
It's one-sided. I think if that was me, my loyalty is with my relationship. I'm letting that person know this person is on one. They love me. They want to be.
Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you're saying that.
When you're
because I see you times in. I see you times in thinking like of them moments when they were happening. So I'm asking you, can you relate?
Me specifically.
Yeah.
Has it happened?
I'll ask everybody.
What if my baby father was still in love with me, inappropriately messaging me?
While you're with what?
Did I tell my partner?
Yeah.
No, that has not happened. But if it did happen, I would tell my partner. Yeah.
Definitely, you should tell your partner. Your relationship, your loyalty is not with your baby father. That's your business if you're acting up. Like, I don't know why you're still acting up like that. Stop. Like, and I'm letting my new man know, like, I don't know why he's...
Tamsin could have finished still. Because she had more to say. Ridler, what do you think?
Why is he calling you out like that, Tam?
Personally, me...
You don't know shit.
No, him. G over there.
I just think...
I don't know nothing. I'm innocent till proven guilty.
Let's get back to seriousness now, yeah? All right, so how I would look at that, if a man, obviously, okay, I want to say a man. If my BMs text me inappropriately, I would send a message back saying, don't text me like that. Because it's not that kind of party, innit?
Even if you're trying to keep the peace, and it's just like, it just keeps the peace. Because it might not be too raunchy, but it's, do you know what I mean? It's something.
But do you know what, though?
Speaking from experience.
It's down to respect,
No,
innit?
not.
Because you're going to be misleading if you entertain it. You're misleading. You're
Yeah,
misleading.
but I definitely hear what G's saying, because I reckon a lot of men keep
the
their baby mum where they need to keep her.
Yeah.
I do. And
Regardless if she's got a boyfriend or not, right? They twinkle in their little air.
Excuse me. I've heard men say that they have to sleep with their baby mum to get their child.
Yeah, sometimes I was about to say that.
So
it's not
forget
necessarily the dad's fault.
Like,
He
they
may
will do
think-
what they need to do with the woman.
Yeah, he may think that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Like, in order to see my kids, I need to keep
This
this
is why I've
woman
mentioned
sweet.
this is why I've mentioned it, because I know everyone's got experiences of something that's going on out there.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you.
So it's
won't
so
be
my
honest,
thing
'cause I
is
hate
this.
talking about
So when the baby mother / baby father contact sometimes, and the girlfriend and boyfriend are receiving it and know that they're contacting, their hairs could be raised a little bit, because what's their intentions? Do you see what I'm saying?
I'll just let you know, me
Especially
and my partner,
when-
we'd be laughing.
One person,
Especially when the child could be at school. What's the call about? Do you see what I'm saying?
Go on,
You said
Tams.
inappropriate timing though. Me and my partner, we'd be just looking at the message going together.
So he would show you, you would show him. You would show each other.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
open.
Like, we're partners.
That's
in
a good
life,
way to
innit?
deal with it.
Like like, yeah, sometimes this happens, innit? And sometimes people take longer to heal. Yeah, we all go through shit in life. We've all had a childhood. We've all had trauma. We've all been through shit. Yeah, and your mental state is not the same as mine. So the way I deal with things, the way I process things, the way I get over things, the way I manage my life is very different to how my baby father manages his life. Yeah. Yeah. So in any situation, we're not gonna do things the same way. Sometimes he's going to be a dickhead. Sometimes he's going to look at my responses or my communication with him and he's going to look at me like a bitch or a dickhead or whatever. Yeah. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, if you're with a partner and you have a baby person, father, mother, whatever, that's your past. However they try to infiltrate into your life, whether it be positive or negative, you have to have your own boundaries. Yeah. In your own relationship, you need to have your own shit. So that they know they can trust you and you know you can trust them. Whoever is outside, whatever past you had with them, whatever responsibilities you share with them, i.e. the children, your shit together should be on lock. Yeah, otherwise, what you're doing? Some
people's is not though. Some people.
That's their business.
And like, I'll be honest with you, it's unfortunately, well, I might say, if I was guessing, I would say it's usually the women that are a bit more insecure than the men. And I can clearly vision it now that some new girlfriends are not gonna be cool with you, with the baby father slightly entertaining, slightly being nice. Like I definitely saw a difference in my baby father when he went from still trying to get me back to he don't want to be with me no more. There was a difference in his behavior, and the whole time in the beginning, I was being quite nice because I was like we would do things like when we weren't together, we might go to still do things with my daughter, like, oh, we're going to both take her to the park, or we're going to both go here, or when it was like buying her school uniform, for example, when she first started primary school, he said he wanted to be part of that. Like, it was, you know, I was like, cool, no problem, we can go and get the clothes together. How you think a new person is accepting what you're going shopping with? Why do you need to go together? Why do you both need to go? Do you see what I mean? Now, I did that because I was single and he was single and he said he wanted to do it and I didn't see no problem with it because I don't want to be with you. But in the back of his mind, he wanted to be with me. That's why he wanted to come, the little liar. It weren't for my... Shall I tell you why? Because one day, he flipped. One day, literally came and knocked my door. And like, when he used to come at my door, I used to come in. Like, when he used to come
Did he put a foot in the door?
One day he said, when he come to pick her up, the man for ages had been coming in. He comes in, I put her shoes on, get her coat, we have a little chit chat, then she leaves. One day I opened the door and literally I, turned from the door to carry on walking and he went, I'll wait here. I was like, you ain't ever waited at the door before because something had said to him, something had changed. Something had said to him, I'm not on it no more. And I think it was, I've tried for a few months to get you back and you're not having it. So I'm done now. You're mugging me. I'm not interested. I'm done. And literally from that day, he's never stepped foot in my house again. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that makes it difficult. Now you're acting a little bit like.
Or so maybe he just started fucking the woman now.
Maybe, but what I'm saying is, this is why what you're saying
or
about
it could be the point he fell in love
with someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. But what I'm saying is, this is where you're saying about inappropriate messages. There may be a time when one person is still trying to get the other person back. But when he was doing that to me, I was quite cool about it because I thought I did break up with him. You may need a bit more time than I need. I'm not trying to hurt you.
So you're basically trying to say he was only trying to do the good things with you because he's just trying to get back with
100%.
you then.
100%. There was 100%. There was loads of things that he did.
But I think guys can still do things like as mommy and daddy just doing things for the sake of their child about not trying to get back with the mom.
That's
so
true.
Example of this then. So my baby mother's got a boyfriend now and I'm sending her money for a bottle of wine all the time.
Bottle of wine?
Yeah. How would you lot take that?
Why you buying a bottle of wine?
I'm just saying, because my baby mother, I'm treating her nice.
Just give her a bottle of wine?
Yeah.
Nah, B. If I was a man, I'd be like, why is he buying you wine? I'll buy you wine.
Yeah, so now she got 2 bottles of wine. You know what I'm saying? She got 2 bottles of wine now.
Why is he buying you wine?
Exactly.
No, but that would be my first question. Why is he buying you wine?
Exactly.
Why?
But to me, I think that's...
Because he's just being nice. They've got a good relationship.
But I think that's just something small. That's not, to me, that's not even a big...
So then my next thing is this now. So is it is it good or bad? What's better, a worse babe mother or a good babe mother?
You mean the relationship? Like you're not getting on or you are getting on?
Yeah, what's worse?
Honestly,
That's a good question.
It's a very good question. And you know what I would say? When I meet a new person, obviously I'm single, dating. When I meet a man, I'll ask, have you got kids? How many baby mums you got? I always say, what's the relationship like? How long ago did you break up? And I was saying to Tamsin earlier on, I want to hear that you get on with your baby mum. I do, because I look at my own situation and I wish me and my baby got on better, and I know what it would mean to the situation if you don't get on. But I'm telling you, there are some people out there, women and men, that want to hear you say, I don't get on with the person, because that makes them feel more comfortable.
Exactly.
They want to hear, I hate them.
Exactly,
I don't
which is
talk
why
to them.
90% of the time you hear that.
I don't speak
And
to
then when
them,
you hear
don't
that they're
come-
having a
they
good
wanna
relationship,
hear
you
that.
can't believe it. You're like, huh? How comes you're a good relationship? You must like each other.
Exactly. But that's terrible. You should not want to hear that. You should not be wishing drama and headache, one, in the person that you likes life. You want that shit for them, do you? And two, in the child, like you want their parents to be beefing, to be arguing. But people are so insecure. That is what they want to hear. That makes them feel wonderful.
But I think more man them prefer to know that they're beefing with the baby father, because then it makes it kind of more easier for the man to thought, well, I can put my legs up here then, because I know there's no kind of competition around there like that, if that kind of makes sense.
Is it just competition, or is it like behaving correctly as well? Because at the end of the day, yeah, the reason I agree with you, if I hear
And me.
beef,
I
drama,
agree too. I'm not saying I don't, but I'm just saying.
No, she agrees with me. I'm not talking about no one else. I'm talking about me.
Go on, Tam.
beef, drama, headache, arguing, back and forth, court, all of these things that happen between exes, yeah, when you break up. I don't want that in my life. I ain't got energy for that. I will stay as far away from that as possible. I'll rather hear that you get along and things are good. She or he has the child regularly. The money's coming in regularly. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes people are late. That's understandable. But major issues, no. Because major issues tells me that there is still underlying emotions there.
100.
Unresolved issues. I ain't got time for that shit.
But however,
we're too grown.
However, things can't be too good. Like,
Exactly.
I'll be
So
honest
now,
with you.
I was gonna say something too,
Boundaries.
because you see how you say you got a good relationship with your baby father and that they get along. Now, can your baby father come in your house
Yeah.
and eat dinner and that and chill out, right?
Yeah.
And you would allow that?
Yeah.
When the man's there.
Yeah.
What I would say is things can't be too good, because I've heard some people say, some dads say, oh yeah,
Next thing
I'll
they're
go to my
busting
baby
joke.
mum's and I'll bath my kid. I'll be honest with you. You're not coming in my house at 8 o'clock to bath our child. Like, oh, I put them to bed. No, you don't need to be like. I'm just saying, if that, to me, some things are too far.
All right, let's
Like,
talk about
Right,
that. then.
Sherelle,
Let's talk
there
about
ain't
it.
nothing wrong with that.
No,
No, you see the 8 o'clock
I
and
don't
bathing the
agree.
child.
no,
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
no. Some things we
But
can't do.
if
we're
you got a
separated.
boyfriend and it's different, you'll be showing some type of respect to your boyfriend, which is why you won't allow that.
That's what I'm
If you were
saying.
single, you wouldn't care if he come and
Right. But let me
it's
ask
her
you this.
dad. She wants her dad to put him
Cool,
to sleep.
but let me ask you this then, G.
Do you know what I mean?
As a dad, right? As a dad, how would you feel if your baby mum lets you come round and bath your child and put them to bed, but then when they got a man, they don't let you come now? How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Because
that's true.
I feel a man would be pissed off that now I can't come because you got a man.
See, now that creates a problem, because it's like, what, you got man now, I can't see my youth.
This is what I'm
Exactly.
saying. My friend,
I'm
gave
not
me
gonna
good
stop doing what
advice.
I'm doing because of rah such and such. But then they, as I said before, it's down to the type of woman to
Yeah, but sometimes, like Tamsin said, you have
put
to set
everything in
boundaries.
play.
'Cause my-
Tamsin's good.
my friend
Tamsin,
gave me-
your boyfriend could come in the yard and wash his ute,
Look,
right?
He will never. No.
Not
my-
that he
my-
would.
My kids are grown now, yeah. So it's a
Yeah.
different setup, yeah.
Yeah,
when they
there you
were,
go,
when they
again,
were
yeah.
young, I didn't have a boyfriend that I had to be accountable to, yeah. However, now if he is coming to see the kids, he will get. My partner gets a text message to say, or a phone call to say, look, he's coming over, he's coming to see the kids, they're going to go out, whatever. Just a heads up that he's going to be around so that when you come home, he's going to be here. It's out of respect. It's just communication, isn't it? At the end of the day, another man is in the house. he needs to know.
Sometimes, you know what? I don't think a man would sit too well with that. He's at work and the baby father's in the yard. Yeah, we're good. You know we're good.
No, but you know what?
What do you mean?
I can hear you're slurring with the whining. You're slurring. Come out of here, man. Now you pissed me off at work. I don't care if we're all cool. You pissed me off at work.
You know what? I've kind of been in that situation where I used to go to see my kids. I used to have a day where I used to go and see them. And I can remember one time they was going to go on holiday. All right. So I said to them, so I finished work. So I drove to their house to go and drop them some money. So I shouted at them, said, Joe, I'm downstairs, I'm coming up. Man got told, raw,
Come up.
we're coming downstairs. So I'm like, but that's a bit of a mad one because I've always was able to always come upstairs. So when I was told raw man couldn't come up, then I was like to myself, I was kind of taken back because I'm like, why is it because, obviously I put two together and thought there must be a brother upstairs. But all of a sudden it's coming like, why would you change it? Because my man's upstairs, where if this is how it's always been, if I come to the yard, then that energy still needs to still be the same, that same behaviour, because what you're now doing, you're now showing his brother, hold on a minute, and I can tell the pops to stay out, or this is how it usually is when it's never like that.
Yeah, and this is what I mean by boundaries. It's not just because I've got a man, I have boundaries with you as my ex.
Yeah.
I have boundaries with you, full stop.
Yeah.
You're not in my house at 11 p.m.
Nope.
without it being an issue.
This is what
There's
I'm
a
saying.
time you need to leave.
100%.
Yeah. No matter how old our children are. My kids are old. They are up till 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
But you
But
can't
don't
do
mean he's there until 1 a.m. in the morning.
100%. My friend told me when my baby father did that thing where he said he won't come in my house no more, I was taken back by it. And I spoke to my friend about it and I was like, why is he acting like that? It's unnecessary, because I was trying to be cool. So I was like, I don't know why he's acting like that. But my friend said to me, it's fine that he's acting like that. Let him act like that. Let him create the boundaries from now. Because she said to me, when one day you do get a man, because he even had a key to my house. Because he had a key from
convenience.
Because he used to pick my daughter up from school. They used to go back to the house, chill there for a bit, then Isa. It was all for convenience. But she said, it's good. Create them boundaries now when you don't have a man. So these are just so that when you do get a man, he already don't come in your house. He already don't have a key. Doesn't say he gave me back the key. And it has worked out because now there's boundaries are set up and he could never say that I changed because imagine if all this time you was coming in the house, you was chilling for a bit. Because sometimes when you split my daughter up, the man would be chatting for like 20 minutes.
Do you know what though? I
So that
think,
is good.
but I think that was down to I reckon he must have met someone new for his behaviour had to change.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because
But that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't come down to him meeting someone new or me meeting someone new, because that will cause a problem. Because what if I had been like, oh, so you met someone new now, and that's why you're acting like this, and what, she don't want you in my house no more. That's gonna cause. It should really just be like Tamsin said. You should just put some boundaries in from the beginning to just be like, look, this is where we.
So when did you take your keys back from him?
After when he stopped coming to the when he said he weren't coming in the house no more, I thought, you know what, this is the time I'm gonna ask now. I'm gonna say, because when we broke up, I said to it, because I was trying to not be mean. I didn't want to say, you know, like in the TV, I don't want to be out something like the movie where we break up, give me my key and get your stuff out, because we've been together for like 8 years. He lived in my house, all his stuff was in my. So I didn't want to just say, because we've come to an end, get your stuff out. You know what I mean? You see that shit on the come and get all your.
But you don't think that he still had the key because you still had feelings for him then?
I never had feelings for him. No way. 100% no way. You're mad. Not me. But I'm obviously, because I never had no new man. I had nothing to hide. I didn't mind him having a key. Like, even when he used to come to my house, he would still knock the door, even though he had a key. I was just comfortable. It was just, just in case you need it. Sometimes he picked my daughter up from school. He was.
So he never come to the yard at hours of the night. You said he still
no,
had
but this
feelings
is
for you.
my friends used to
Why
say.
are you smirking? You're smirking too much.
No, my friends used to say.
You
what if
said
he
that and
pushed
she
the
started
key?
smirking.
No, he never. You're mad. You're mad. There was times I was doing my thing and he still had a key.
If I was
but
your baby father and I had your key and I sneaked in them times there, you know what's going on.
Yeah, certain men do that. They just bowl through
And slide in the bed.
Yeah, okay.
I don't even care. I don't even care if there's another man in the bed. I'm sliding in. We're all of our feet are touching. That's 6 foot, 6 dry foot touching. And I'm like, right, who's that? Yeah. Come out in the bed, man. I'm here now, you donut.
That was so ridiculous.
Yeah, well, it's dark. You can't see.
No,
I'm
don't
sliding
say-
in my baby mother's bed. What are you talking about?
All right, so now
I'm
ask another
joking.
question.
But yeah.
When do you then feel that it's the right time for your child to meet your partner then?
I haven't been in that situation, so I don't know.
What times?
I don't know.
I don't know either, just for the record.
It's a difficult one because there's a lot of things that impact that decision. Age of the kids, how long
Feelings.
you've been together with the person, what type of person they are. And I've seen loads of like different interviews on this topic, yeah, where people are discussing this issue. Some people say, oh, you should make them meet immediately. Yeah, because you need to know that the kids and
Yeah,
the
but what
person's
you
gonna get
saying?
on. Well, I can only say what I done.
What
I
did you do?
left it for a good while. Made sure that we were serious. Made sure that
Was it
I
months or
felt
years?
like. I think it
Or
was
days?
just under a year.
You're such a shit.
You couldn't.
Go on,
You said
go on,
months
go on,
or
son.
years, so I
Sorry.
say days, and everyone looks at me.
It was
Go on,
just
go on,
under a
son.
year, and it was like social. Like his friend was there, my friend was there.
So
we went out
about
to eat.
285 days. So I was right to say days.
Such a. I hate you.
Isn't it? It's so
I hate
annoying. So annoying.
Yeah, but I took the time because when I was younger and before this partner I was seeing someone from church, but we were friends before anything else. So they saw him at church. So they knew he was there. We'd go out as a group after church and go and get food and that kind of stuff. So
I told you, church is dodgy.
that was
I'm just gonna put it out there. Church is dodgy. Everyone knows about them church in Kilburn and all of that. The little Northwest Church. They don't get in church for church, you know. Have you been church in them
No,
church
I
there?
gotta say I ain't been them kind of
Yeah,
church.
I ain't been
I'll
either.
Be honest with you, I've been them
so
kind
how
of
you
church.
talking and you ain't been? Why you talking?
Man went there in my slacks. Amen. Amen. Mad.
You need Jesus.
Come on,
You
man.
need Jesus.
So,
No, but you know what I would say? I would say that there's not really
A right
time. Like you
Yeah.
can never be sure
You have
that
to
you're gonna get
gauge.
it right
You have to
because
gauge.
you could say everyone could say right. You must at least wait 6 months. You must at least wait a year. You could wait all that time and then your relationship doesn't work out, and then you know you could wait a year, right? Do it properly, and then what? After 14 months, you break up. So now you've introduced someone to your child, and now they're gone. It didn't work out.
Just like
And
marriage, innit?
That's what I'm saying. And then you get, and then one day you have to get a new partner, and you might wait all that time again, and then you introduce it. Don't get me wrong, irresponsible to do it very quick. That's irresponsible. You're lining up. That's dumb. Like, do not be introducing your child to someone every minute. Especially, you better, like my mum always said, don't invite people into your house that you can't trust. You know, like whether you have a little party, little gathering. I better be able to, everyone that's in my house, do you know what I mean? Whether it's gathering and it's friend or friend, I'm at this age, like we're not young no more. Everyone in my house, even if I invited my friend and they brought their friend, I'm expecting that everyone in this house is 30. Like that's how we should be moving.
Yeah,
Do you see what I mean?
100%.
So you definitely got to wait till you can say who this person, like who is this person? I always ask people like, what is your full government name? Where do you live? Because I'm not playing no games.
You got that one guy in the corner with his drink looking at everyone like
Who
this.
are you? Who are you? And they're coming in. Hold on, coming in.
There's always one as well.
Some type of predator.
And
Looking at everyone. No one
his
can't
name's like
justify my man. My man's in the corner.
And it's down some random name, like, what is your name? What is your government name? Like, we all need to be certified. Like, don't mess about. But what I'm saying is, you can't always really get it right because you can wait. You could think the relationship is going well.
Listen,
you could
my
think
my mum's friend waited 4 years, right? Her kids, she had 2 girls and they were older. Obviously, this is my mum's age group. And she waited 4 years, introduced them. They all got on fine. They got married shortly after. And then he was cheating and doing a whole heap of madness. So that's why I was like that, because in any situation, it has to be the vibes of the person, the vibes of the children. You have to gauge the situation because there's a lot of things impacting what is going to make it right for your family.
Haven't you said before, Ridler, that you're not really on the introducing thing?
nah.
I'm sure that's what I'm saying. Me and him spoke before, and you're not on it. For how long? How long are you going to keep your woman and your kids separate?
But the longer, to me, I like my life separate.
I think that's
Ridler will do it
disrespectful.
forever.
I think so.
He'll do it for straight forever.
No, he said that before, and that is. if I was your woman, I would be very offended. Like, you do not want to bring me into your kid's life. You're not
I
trying
don't
to...
know.
When we're talking about woman, is this a woman you're living with, or is this a woman that you're just seeing?
Someone you're seeing.
No, but
No,
see,
but
for how long?
someone you're seeing.
For how long?
Okay, look. Okay, for example, right?
Okay, look.
If you're living with somebody, then it's going to be different. But if you live by yourself,
Yeah.
right, and everything is just separate, as far as I'm concerned, I'm just keeping everything just as easy as it can be.
Yeah, so the woman could
you
only
just
come
want
round
easy
when you
life.
don't have the kids. Only ever when you ain't got the kids.
Hey,
How
listen,
you
listen,
gonna
wait there.
sustain a relationship?
You babe mothers take it easy because it's a sensitive subject for my man.
No, it's not because because we've had this conversation before and he said it before.
Get a nigga some milk. Nah.
Because after, like, say it's been a year now. It's been a year.
But I even personally think a year's still not long
This is what
enough.
I'm saying. He don't think that's long enough.
I don't think a year's
No,
long enough.
for his preference, it might not be.
I think.
All right, but in that year, yeah. So how I manage a relationship within a year, I might see that person 4 or 5 times a week. Yeah. You might only see that person once a week. So your year and my year is 2 different years. You know, like when on Love Island, they're like, oh, it feels like we've been here for months. I feel it's only been 3 weeks, but it feels like 3 months.
I was just about to say that.
Like,
it's
so-
for me, I think it will be in the feelings of how
Yeah.
I'm feeling
Yeah.
towards that person.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, nah, I want you to meet my son. Like, you know,
Yeah.
man, I want you to meet my daughters.
Yeah.
Like, they will love you.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm
It's
saying?
when you
It's
wanna
in the
be-
feelings. You can't put a time on
No,
it.
but it's true because if you only see somebody once a week, then it's not a problem for them to come when you don't have your kids.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you know, like, obviously I
As
have
a
my daughter
mother-
a lot, I have my mother a lot. If I then are saying, okay, well, you can never see me when I have my child, basically you can only see me every other weekend for 2 days. That's it. And like Tamsin said, for a relationship to progress, it's gonna go from more than just every other weekend for two.
And
for 2 days.
obviously, women are the ones that have the bearer of the kids more of the week, yeah?
Yeah.
So they are the ones that are
Generally speaking,
usually,
let's be
there are the ones that are usually, yeah, I want you to meet the kids now because they get attached fast. And they want you to, because they like you now and they're thinking, nah, I want my kids to see you too. And they want to get into that family mode so quick.
All right, so I'll ask you a question then. Do you respect a woman more who says to you, I only want to see you when I don't have my kids? Or or a woman who's going to tell you, yeah, I want you to see you and with my kids?
Now, I respect the ones that wants to wait for me to meet their kids.
It's just like me.
100%.
Because they
Yeah,
don't
it's
know
like me.
who I am from Adam.
like
Yeah, no, 100%.
I might be smooth for now. Do you understand? And ticking all the boxes
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah, it's true.
And then that 1-2 seconds, I'm gone, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%. I get that. Like
Because I
said,
met
in
my
the
queen,
beginning,
Sheba.
You definitely should be looking at a woman like and saying, like, even some men, like, say they're trying to meet me on the weekend. It's a weekend I have my kid. I'm like, I'm not available. Now listen, I could easily get a babysitter. I could get a babysitter. My mum babysits all the time. But in my mind, I'm like, hold on, next week she'll be at her dad's.
Yeah.
So why do I need to see you this week?
Yeah, just tell
when
all of
she
them
will
you're
be gone
available.
next week. Do you see what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. There might be times, like, say it was my friend's birthday. I would happily go out on my friend's birthday. My mum will babysit. But what I'm saying is, I don't need to rush it for you just because that's the week when you're available. Because I will be available next week.
So what about if you're dating a guy, obviously you don't want to see your kids yet, but when a child is sleeping, you're inviting them to come to the house.
It's called a booty call.
It's called
No comment.
Yeah, it's called a booty call.
No comment.
It's called a
I'm not talking
booty
about
call.
that. I'm not talking about that.
Friends with benefits. Bye bye.
No, but it's a real conversation.
I'm not talking about that.
because
No, it's just benefits. We ain't
It
friends.
is what it is, isn't it? You're fucking. Bye.
But you don't think that?
No.
No.
What, are you letting them in, though? That's what he's asking you.
Yeah.
Are you letting them in at night time?
What, if you like the person? Yes, they are letting you in.
I've got, cool, I'm asking Tamsin.
How you standing outside the door with the Django
No, you're
and you
creeping
lot are
in.
getting let in?
No,
But hey,
you're
but hey,
creeping in.
but-
I'm asking Tamsin
but-
as a mum. Is she letting them in?
We're gonna get to Tamsin and then
The
we're gonna get to the next
Django's
part after.
knocking the door.
Go on, Tamsin.
Tamsin, are
Right,
you
what's
letting
the
them
question?
in? Are
So
you
I've got a friend with benefits. Am I letting them
friend
in?
or man? It don't matter who it is.
Have you seen your
Whoever it
kids
is,
yet?
If your kids are in bed,
Yeah.
are you letting them in
Yeah,
at night
but you
and then
got
go?
to go. Bye.
All right, stop there then, right? Because G turned around and he said,
Jesus.
No. G
Oh,
turned
fuck.
around.
I didn't say nothing.
You know. G said that he respects a woman more if he doesn't see the kids straight away. But then, if that's the case, if you're then sneaking a man in and your kids hasn't met that person yet, Like, and they say one of your kids wake up and they see him.
Oh, bruv, this would not happen at these ages.
Listen,
we're talking about like
The baby's 2 years old. It's knocked out, cuz. Man is hitting
with
zeds.
the breast milk.
for good few years, that was a no for me. Like, you cannot come over when my child is there. Not happening. Even though I knew my child goes to bed at 8 o'clock and she don't open her eyes again to the morning. But it was just a no for me. It was just a no.
Even when the cat's dribbling.
Yeah, it was just a no. And then
You didn't have locks on your doors,
And
did
then
you?
one time, after I think it was like 3 years in,
The cat dribbled.
something said to me like, this could run, Like, they could come, and then they could leave because...
Yeah, because you weren't a dickhead anymore. You was like, what? What am I doing? I'm not a dickhead.
I mean,
No, do you know what I was thinking?
Who am I waiting
I've got male
for?
friends. I've got male friends. And I would let a male friend come over and chill, and we'd be watching telly, we'd be chilling, and then you might leave, and my daughter could wake up and come downstairs. But something in your mind, when it's a different thing, it's like you're thinking on a sneaky level. Do you know what I mean? My daughter could come downstairs, and my brethren was sitting there. It could be a male brethren. I would think nothing of it. I'd be like, it's my brethren, go back to your bed, nothing. But when you like the person and it's that sexual thing, something just says to you, my daughter cannot clock eyes on this person, as if she's gonna know. She don't know no difference between my male friend and somebody there.
All she knows is that he's there late.
Right, but right. Do you know
And
what I
she
mean?
don't see him in the morning.
But something
Got that
said-
nigga
anyway,
gone.
Something said, you know what?
you fucked my mama.
Mommy, I saw a shadow.
You know.
I thought I'd get having nightmares.
Hold on, come on, go on, Shells.
Boundaries. But anyway, something said to me, you know what? Maybe G's right. Maybe I was feeling extra. Maybe I needed my things that time. But something said to me, you know what? This could work. You could do this. Yeah?
G's always right.
do this. And I did let someone come over, and I'm saying we did whatever and then obviously I made sure you gotta go 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, you gotta go.
So was he trying to stay around that night, or he
No,
knew?
he knew. I said my daughter's in bed.
He knew because he set boundaries.
No, because what bound? He didn't.
He
set the
said he's
boundaries.
dusting after.
No, he did not.
He
say
must
that.
have.
No, he didn't. But. No, the time got a bit later. The time's got a bit later because listen, when you've had a drink and you've done a good thing, man wants to sleep because sometimes I've had to wake them up at 4:30 saying, you got to go.
Sometimes, boy, them words there. Sometimes that's a lot of times.
No, I'm just saying.
But yeah, we get it. You're just getting your point across. And we
I'm
get
just
it.
saying,
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But don't get me wrong. My daughter's never woken up and she's never come. But I am risking my life, bro. I'm risking it because what now if she does wake up and come into my... What am I going to do? I'm playing the arse.
You run to the door and you go...
No, literally, I'll be
But is it?
up that door quicker than you could think.
But you know what,
But
though?
I'm just saying that is irresponsible and I'm playing the arse because when that does bite me on the bum, you know what I might say? I honestly, if she walks in here and you see the thing in the thing, you know what I might say? It's your dad.
So hold on.
There
So
was times in the past where she used to come in and it was her dad. When me and him was breaking up and then was getting back together and it was breaking up, because I had to say to him, that's getting confusing for her because 1 minute you're gone for ages and then we hook up and you're back now, and when she comes in the morning, she sees her dad and no one is bothered to explain to her how your dad's back, and then next week he's gone. But believe me, if she saw a shadow in the bed, I'll say it's her father.
you don't think that's gonna get him?
For her sake, I'm gonna say it's her dad.
Well,
That is
she
the
knows
best
now.
we can do.
She knows now.
That's the best I could do. It's your daddy. That's it. I'm not saying it's no next man.
Calm. All right. So there was another thing what we kind of highlighted as well about if you did have somebody and about bathing your child. How do you go about? Do you feel that you allow someone to bathe your child, or you prefer just to do it yourself? I go G first on that one.
Yeah, you can't bathe my child. The next man can't bathe my child.
And you're not
From
bathing
any
another
age, I
child.
don't care, and I wouldn't never bathe another woman's child or another man's child. Sorry,
Girl or boy, not doing it.
child. I just wouldn't do it. No, yeah, it don't matter the sex.
Why would you not do it? Just putting it out there.
Because I wouldn't even do it to my own. I think it's inappropriate.
Ladies.
I think there's a certain point of when you raise your child and you they are physically sufficient enough to be able to bathe themselves. You've taught them what to do and what parts and all that kind of stuff. When you're teaching them autonomy, you are in charge of your body. No one should be touching you. Yeah. So yeah, like my son is nearly 4 now and I bathe him, but I'm sure next year or the year after that, I won't need to because there's no need.
Mum's bathing is different.
But would you? Okay, but
no.
What about the people that
It
feel
is.
like is it okay for the dad? Because I'll be honest with you, there's some dads who
Yeah,
don't
that
like to
one.
bathe their own kids, their female kids, and for
And I'm
me-
one of them.
No, that's foolishness. That's your child. Don't act like that's foolish. I'm
Why
not down
am
with
I
that.
bathing my daughter at 5 years old?
Because it's your daughter. What do you mean? What do you mean?
I would have taught her by then to bathe herself.
No, I don't. Listen, my daughter's that he used to act a little bit silly sometimes. No, that's your child. Don't ever put up any boundaries because you
I
know
wouldn't
why?
do it.
If you put up some boundaries, the child, they will grow like that. So see my mum, for example.
And which
My
is
mum-
good.
My mum was rarely naked in front of me. Like she never really used to get naked in front of me, which meant I wasn't really comfortable with nakedness. I then wouldn't be naked in front of her. Like, and I never thought nothing of it at the time until I met my friends, like my female friends, whatever. And one time I was at her house and literally she called me and she was like, "Come and chat to me while I'm in the bath." And I
All right,
was-
cool.
Right, and
Do you
but
think
listen,
it's
she
cool
was in the
for a
bath.
man to be naked in front of his 4-year-old daughter?
Yes. Don't
You
be
think it's
foolish.
okay?
Yes. What
Disagree.
are you
Oh,
joking?
drop me out.
Disagree. Disagree.
Yes. Are you joking me? Of
course it's not okay.
What are you showing?
It don't care if it's her dad or not. Why
What
are you showing a little
teaching?
youth that?
What are you teaching? What do you mean? It's not like he's gonna walk around naked, but he might have his towel on, and then if he wants to get changed, put his boxer. Don't
Nope.
say to your child, "Get out!" Like you're creating a situation.
Nah.
Like, get out, get out.
That's not for
Boundaries.
me. I would
Okay, but
never do
mummy
that.
Can be naked.
If-
Okay.
as long as there's kids in the yard, I'm gonna dress appropriately.
Okay.
Yeah?
Let me ask you this. So mummy now, because I know it's always different for mummies. So I'm sure mummies can be naked in front of girls, yeah? Can mummies be naked in front of their son?
Nope.
No.
Yes, they can,
Yes
but they
and no.
don't. They can, but they don't. Remember that you lot carried these children 9 months. Do you understand? The dads didn't. You lot's got different bond from the beginning with that child.
No.
They're your babies.
No.
You will.
I'm saying no.
You
Obviously,
will.
I don't know because I've got a
Listen,
daughter.
if you got daughters, I don't know if you got a boy child. The boy child might play with the mum's breast and the bum like to
What
play
about
with
you,
the
Sam?
mum,
You
you
got
know.
a son. You
I've got
a
two.
4-year-old
I've got
son.
two sons.
Do they like to
Okay,
play with
cool.
you?
Are you being
Like fill
naked?
you up?
No, they don't fill up their mother. And if they did, she would say, "Don't
Do they
that."
fill you up?
My son is interested in the boobs.
So he
Okay,
fills
but
you
what do you
up
think
and
she
he
said?
shows attraction to them, right?
Yeah.
All right.
And what do
But
you
he
say?
doesn't.
I'm not
touch
saying
them.
he's doing it like that. I'm saying.
It's
she
just
just teaches
inquisitive.
you.
It's
I'm
just
just saying.
It's inquisitive.
I'm saying.
isn't it?
Okay, but it's the same as.
But it's not going to stop me
3-year-old
from getting dressed in front of him.
Right, because a 3-year-old
Eh,
child
yeah, but you
and
could.
two 3-year-old boys and girls, you think they might not be like.
You
"Look
could.
at Willie."
If he ran in on you and you're getting changed, you're just going to say, I'll get out. Right?
No, don't
You
say
won't even
get
do
out.
that, okay? So now there you're agreeing with me.
No, not saying get out.
You're agreeing with me. You'll let him see you naked.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I've said.
Yeah,
What-
that's
what- what
fine.
you-
but it's,
No, what?
No,
What?
but you're
This
saying-
is what I've
you're
said
saying-
from the
No, no, but
beginning.
As a
I-
man, you're not
As a
letting the
man,
door
no,
sit.
no.
Why? What's the difference?
Okay, let
No.
me show you the difference now.
Please.
right?
No.
Please show me.
She says she's allowed to see,
No,
he or
no.
she's allowed to see their dad's willy. If it's my son, different.
But not your daughter. Your daughter.
No.
can't.
Okay.
Why?
Because what? Okay, let me show you. Let me say something. Yeah, this is when we was using the word boundaries, right? You're trying to teach your kids. So this is not about because daddy's shown he's private, it's fine because you're the father.
Because what's that going
You're
to teach them? He'll just think he could see that from any man.
Exactly.
No,
I can
you
see
say
that-
that.
No. Remember, saying
The
and
teaching
displaying
process.
No.
is different.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
And I'm
no,
going
it's
to tell
not.
you, because if I show my daughter, when daddy's getting dressed, you leave the room. Yeah? If I'm walking around on my towel, that's what I am doing. Because if I'm starting exposing myself to my child who's 4, 5, 6 years old, what am I teaching her?
What do you think you're showing her? Don't ever look at a man's willy. Is that what you think you're showing her?
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
Okay, well that's not gonna happen.
Yes.
'cause
Yeah,
as
that's
soon
one
as
of the
she's ready,
teaching
she's gonna look
methods.
at
Don't
man's
look.
willy.
Yeah,
That's foolishness.
But no, stop.
All right, let's
No, stop. Hold on.
break it down. What are you teaching them?
So what you're teaching them is, right, if, say like, for example, you and your mum ain't together no more, and there's another man running around the house. So if he's walking around the house naked, well, if my dad does that, that man, it's fine for him to go and do that then.
But listen. Let me. This is where I'm going to give you a different point of view, right?
You would have man around your picnic.
No, shut your
naked.
mouth, T. Shut your mouth.
Done.
Shut your mouth.
You would.
This man.
You would. This is what you're saying.
In a minute. No, it's not what I'm saying. So shut up.
But her dad can. Her dad can.
Shush.
Her dad can.
Can I speak?
She could go around her dad and he could be starkers naked and it's fine.
Can I
and
speak
you
now?
think that's fine.
Can I speak now? Yeah.
Tamsin,
No.
can your kids go to your baby father's house? Yeah. And he's naked and come back and tell you, oh, daddy was naked. Not that they would, but you think that's normal.
He thinks the way you guys think.
Thank you.
With nakedness.
Well, then enough said.
Okay, cool.
That's him.
Listen, let me tell
So
you
man
something.
ain't crazy.
No, I never said you're crazy, but what I'm saying is this fool's crazy. That's for sure. I know what the fuck this man's saying.
So anyway, look, watch this. We're gonna get it now. We're gonna get it good.
No, it's
We're gonna
fine.
get it now.
Hold on.
Yeah, we're gonna get you though. I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna let her talk herself into destruction.
Okay, shush.
Go on.
Shush. What I'm gonna say is, what I teach my daughter, right, is that you lot are saying the dad shouldn't be around her naked. The dad, but I can be around her naked. Blah blah blah. But then, what shall I feel comfortable if my mum is around her naked or my sister is around her naked? I teach my daughter fully. I have conversations with her all the time. When I'm washing her, I have conversations with her and I make it very clear that the only person that should be touching your private area is you. I say that to her. Even if I'm there washing her in the bath, I say to her, you wash your private areas
But
now.
then you let her get out of the bath and go and see her dad naked.
I say to her, the only
Fuck
person
off.
that should be washing you and I said to her, the only person that should be touching your private areas is you. And she said to me as she's growing
We
up,
agree with
but
you.
Nanny can wash me, Auntie can wash me, and I say, yeah, but only you really should wash because that's what I'm trying to teach
We
her.
agree with you.
Shush. It doesn't matter if she's seeing her dad's willy. Doesn't mean because she saw her dad's willy, she'll be okay to see her mum's boyfriend's willy. She'll be okay to see someone else's willy. No, it's
So
not.
you-
You just
so
say
you
to her,
fu- you
you
think
might
it-
have saw dad's willy, but hold on. I can say to her, you might see dad's willy when he's.
Are you
getting
hearing
dressed,
what you're
but
saying?
If your dad ever tries to touch you, that's not okay. What are you
Shells.
talking about?
Now you're getting into two different
Shells.
things of
No,
touching
you're
the
not.
child.
You're being
Shells.
silly.
You do
No,
not expose
no.
your child
Thank
to a naked man's body, regardless if it's a
you.
dad or
Shut
not.
up. That's
Thank you.
ridiculous. I don't care. I'm going to say it on this.
Oi,
no,
comments.
no, no,
Oi,
no.
This
we want this in the
platform,
comments.
Everyone can say what they want.
We
I
want
don't
this in the
care.
comments because I need to see what the percentage is on this.
Yeah, cool. Let's do it.
'Cause
Let's do
that's
what everyone
mad.
says, but I'm telling you now.
It's gonna
I'm
be
not-
you and your baby father. You and your baby father showing willy to your child.
Hold on.
We're talking about your child being able to see her dad naked, and it's normal.
What I'm
It is
saying-
not normal.
It is normal. What I'm saying is, I don't want my child to walk in the room and her dad was already in
Was
there.
did
creaming
your
his
dad-
body, and then he went when she came in. Don't act like that. Don't act like that. There's no need. You're acting a fool. Don't get me wrong.
Watch
Your
this.
boxers
Watch
on,
how
put
kill her
it-
dead.
But don't act like.
Watch how kill her dead.
All right, go ahead, stop. Go on, G. Go on, G.
Go on,
Did your dad walk around naked?
My dad was gone from when I was about 4.
So what? Did you see your mum's boyfriend naked?
No, I did not.
So you've not seen nobody naked.
Did I say boyfriend?
I'm asking you a question.
Did I say boyfriend?
I'm asking you
I
a
said
question.
father.
Have you seen any man naked while you was a child?
No.
There you
I was
go.
a
Rest
virgin
my
for
case.
Ages. I was a
Rest
virgin
my
for
case.
ages. No, you don't rest your case.
I
We're
ain't seen
talking
no
about
man
the
naked
dad.
when I was a
I'm
child.
talking about the dad. I'm talking about the dad.
I ain't seen my dad
Daddy.
naked when I was a child.
100.
Your business. Did you know your dad?
Yes.
That's the problem.
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool. Well, what I'm saying is, I'm not.
Sure. Anything else?
Yeah, you're just an idiot.
How?
Shit.
How?
Okay,
Because
alright,
I've got you in a corner.
No, you haven't. I'm sticking. by
Everybody
what I'm
here
saying.
agrees with what I'm saying, except
cool.
you.
Well, we'll
Let's
find out
agree
in the
to disagree.
comments.
All right,
Let's
all
agree
right.
to disagree.
Stop.
No.
Listen, we're gonna let the people who's watching to decide if the dad should be able to see, if the daughter should be able to see the dad naked, to they shouldn't be exposed. And
When
I
you was a
haven't-
child, Tamsin, have you seen your dad naked?
I remember one time, he was sitting on the sofa, and I remember I got a peek of it, and I was like,
But you ain't seen him. He ain't physically walk around naked, and you see him naked.
To be honest, I don't remember.
Oh, that's my dad. I know him in and out.
Why do you always have to take it so
What?
far?
Because this is the bottom line of it, though.
Okay, cool. Let me ask you a question. I'm being deadly serious. I'm not acting up. I'm being deadly serious, right?
The answer is yes. I already know what she's gonna ask. And now watch this. Now go on.
No, go on. You say what
Say
I'm
it.
gonna
No,
ask.
say it.
Okay, what I'm gonna ask is,
And then watch my response. Watch my response. Unless she changes it, but watch my response.
No, I'm gonna say what I'm
Go
gonna
on,
say.
go on, Shells.
What I'm gonna say is, what's the difference, or how do you feel about if a child walked in on the two people having sex and then they might see something?
That's a standard procedure out here. That's a standard procedure, and I'm not talking.
Because see, man's willy because they walked in on the sex.
Yeah,
You can't be walking around naked.
yeah,
Shut
but
the
your
fuck
situation
up.
didn't.
Shut the fuck up.
Your situation
But she's
didn't.
talking about in passing.
She's
like getting
up-
changed.
In passing,
Okay, I'll
I
let you
never said
finish
he
and
was
then I will
shutting down
talk.
the
She's not
house.
like shaking it
I
about.
never
Like,
said
come
that.
daughter,
I'll let you
come
finish and then I'll talk.
Go on then.
Of course, if by any chance you're sleeping with somebody and their child's walked in and seen you, it's happened.
Happened, not the end of the world.
Yeah, it's happened. Yeah? And they could have been about 10, 11.
What time is dark as well?
Yeah?
Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Less it's
Yeah?
morning. Less
So-
it's morning sex.
Yeah.
Morning.
These times it's a dream, but if they're
I like
older,
that.
they would know what's going on. Do you understand?
it's a
They would know what's going on.
You
But what?
strangling my mum last
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
Mummy sounded like she was dying.
Yeah.
You
So now
beat
what
her.
you're saying is that it's okay
Not
for
strutting around. I never said
your
that.
child's
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
father
go on, G.
to be naked, and it's okay for your daughter to just be around normal when it's just normal because
Yeah,
it's her
just
dad.
don't overreact.
Yeah, it's
I don't want the overreacting. Do you know
Yeah.
why? Gee, honestly.
overreact on what?
What I'm just saying is I'm talking from my
Who's
personal
overreacting? Your
experience.
baby father or your child?
No, not the child. What I'm talking about is the way my mum grew us up. I was not comfortable with the naked body because I never saw it. So, you know, for example, like,
But you think
You
it's
know,
okay
some-
for her to see her
you know,
dad,
like some
and it's
people say-
okay.
some people say
You're
like, the kids
confused.
bath together, like the sibling bath. Honestly, like I've got 3 brothers, but we were all very like we all get changed behind our bedroom doors. So I'm just saying I was not comfortable with the. I kid you not, I was a good 20 years old when my friend said to me, "Come and chat to me while I'm in the bath." And I remember sitting on the
you know
toilet while
what?
she was in the bath, and in my head I was thinking, this is
Do you know what?
She's fucked. How's she having a bath with me sitting here? But from that, I'm just honestly, from being her friend for it only took me like a couple of years where I now became more comfortable with my body. And it's made me to the point where now me and my daughter, I walk around naked. And
I
my
want your
daughter
baby
sometimes-
father to come in the comments on this and see what he has to say. Because you're talking on behalf of him, and I think he's got a different
Approach.
to what you're saying.
could do.
And I don't
I'm
think
not talking for him.
he would physically just sit there naked and his daughter's in the room.
Cool.
He won't do
you know
it.
What? I'll give you 100%. I'm not.
He won't do
talking
it.
on
This
his
is-
behalf.
this is your
I've
vision.
not had a conversation with him, and I don't know how he feels about it.
Nah,
I'm
he's gonna
not-
be in the
I'm talking
comments.
for me.
He's gonna see this and be in the comments. 100%.
Can you stop bullying my friend?
Please don't be in the comments. Bully?
Listen,
This man can't bully me.
listen.
Yeah,
Alright,
man.
No one's
let's
bullying
bring it back,
nobody.
Let's bring it back. No one ain't bullying nobody. Alright?
But we definitely don't agree
But
on
as I
this
said to you,
situation.
I disagree, and to me I can't get my head around that. I couldn't walk around the house
With your
naked.
girl picnic children
With the kids
and you're
about.
exposed out there like, what the
I couldn't do that.
But she didn't
Seriously.
say that,
Cool.
though. She didn't say that.
And you know, and as I said, it's to me.
It's not what she said. It's what we're saying.
Yeah.
And she's disagreeing with it. We're saying physically we would not let our children, girl picnic, see us naked. Physically. Yes, I will shout, get out, I'm getting changed.
Yeah.
And like, quick reaction, I'm getting changed. Like, I would do that.
Cool. That's
And
it.
you're
know-
disagreeing
but you know
with
what
what
as
I'm
well? I'm
saying.
saying,
But
yeah,
you know
I
what it is as
wouldn't
well,
do
though,
that.
G. Yeah, if you check, kids are nosy anyway, and they always ask you, "Oh, what's that, daddy? What's this, daddy?" So if you're standing there, if a thing is hanging out, they're gonna ask you, "Oh, what's that?"
Okay,
And
but
they're
that could also be a learning, because yes, you're right.
Or
My
they could
daughter
say,
does
what are
ask me.
those? Because
No, because my daughter does ask me. She does. You're right. They are nosy. And my daughter does. Listen, there's times my daughter touched my breast. I tell her, get off me. What are you doing? Like, I say to her, what are you doing? Because obviously she is fascinated. Like, what is that? And she, or she even talks about herself like, I don't have boobies. Like, she says things like that. She says, I don't have hair down there. Like, don't get me wrong, they are inquisitive. But I'm saying that also could be a learning experience.
Why are you telling everyone you got hair done?
Sometimes, not all the time.
So
Depends how
okay,
much it's been.
go.
But what I'm saying is, it could also be a learning experience to say to your daughter,
Yeah.
this is a man's private parts. You should not be seeing any man's private parts. You should not be touching a man's private parts. Don't let a man. It's also a
And
learning
and
experience.
I'm glad you never said apart from your dad's.
No, I never got
I'm glad you never said that. No, I'm just glad because that's what you're basically saying.
But that can be taught in books, and I think even that.
The books.
No,
Why is it not to a book and
No,
show a white
hold on,
willy?
so-
Because that's what being a white willy.
No,
In a
no,
biology
no.
book, a science book, a stupid book, will
But
be
you're
some white
just
person's
basically
willy.
saying then, if a child asks you at the age of 4 or 5 years old, how do you have a baby? Are you going to tell them how a baby's being made? Are you going to say, daddy's such and such goes into mummy, and that's how you make a baby? You're not going to tell her that.
But I tell my
That's
child enough
different.
stuff. She
But
knows
what-
about periods. She's 7 years old. She knows about
Yeah,
periods.
but what I'm trying to say is
I
that...
say what she asks.
No, but what I'm trying to say to you is there has to be set things where a dad can't be exposing to educate your child. Oh, this is a willy, by the way.
No, not by way. I'm not saying you do it on purpose. I'm just saying if it happens, I do not see the need to freak out and have a heart attack and shout at your kid, get out!
Okay,
as
so...
if it was the worst crime in the century.
So if she saw someone else's private,
Whose privates? What do you mean?
for example, if the mum's boyfriend's
Someone
private,
else's, for
Yeah?
example,
Then
as
I
he
would-
said.
then-
but stop, but you're not there. Say you wasn't there.
Okay, cool. I might not be there.
Stop. You're not there, or you might be somewhere around the house.
Okay.
Obviously, the boyfriend's around the house, be walking around naked, for example, that's how the house, or we don't know how the house is running, right? But if they see the boyfriend naked, what are they going to be doing? Just standing there? Because if I see my dad is like this,
No.
then it's
if
fine.
If I was a man and my child said she saw her mum's boyfriend's willy, I would say to the mum, that is unacceptable. I do not want my child seeing your man's willy. Do not make that happen again. Do not. Know your boundaries. It's completely different. But if it was her dad, what I'm saying is I'm not going to act over the top about it. Like, it's cool. I'm not saying walk around.
So
I'm not
going
saying
back
walk
to the
around
children seeing the mother naked, that's a standard thing in my knowledge.
But are you saying it's okay when it's boys? Because I've
But
only got a girl,
up
so
until
it's
a certain
standard.
age. Up until a certain age with boys, yeah.
Well, I mean,
What
I don't
age?
know. how
Mummy's
people
mummy,
feel.
you know.
What age?
What age? Yeah, what age?
About
Because your mum is your mum.
6, 7.
Nah, that's too old.
That's too
It's not
old.
too old.
That's too old.
It's
to
not.
be seeing your
It's
mum.
not because remember, you got to remember your bond with your mother. That love that you got for your mother. You
Some
do not
people
look at
be
your mum like that,
breastfeeding.
Bro.
You don't look at your mum like that. You don't.
But
Unless
bro,
you can tell me
don't see-
otherwise.
Bro.
Listen, there's some fucked up shit that happens within different households,
But
which
some
is why
people
people have
breastfeed.
different
Even
attitudes.
6 or 7, bro, that's
Some
too
people,
old.
some people got 4-year-old kids hanging on their breasts. You never seen them documentaries about people still.
Yeah, I've seen older
No,
than
they're
that.
still
I've seen
still-
older than
no,
that.
I know what
literally,
you're
the
talking
kid,
about.
the
Yeah.
kid's like this long.
Yeah.
The kid's like this long,
Yeah.
and they're sucking on their mum's boob, and their legs is all down the other side.
I want boobies.
They're big enough to say, I
And they-
want
and they go like
boobies,
this as
I
well,
want
you know.
milk,
They-
give
they-
it
no,
to
they-
me.
All right,
They
okay,
go-
okay, stop.
What
age
did
are
they
we
do
saying
times
then?
in?
So what
Dickheads.
what age are we going
stop?
with then to say that a boy child should
I don't know.
to see their mum naked?
I don't know.
I ain't got an age, but my middle child is a boy and he's 14 now. And he don't, like, if I'm coming out the shower, I'll be... But if he saw a left tit, like, so what?
And wouldn't you base it on more of when he says he's not comfortable?
Tamsin, that's
Wouldn't it
because
be more
your
of
mum.
like, "Mummy,
That is
I
because
don't
your
wanna
mum.
see you."
This you lot not getting it. You are mum. It's not that.
So what are you saying? Dad is different. It's not.
Yes.
Okay.
Why?
So you'll say, okay,
dads are not-
okay, your daughter's big now, teenage, and then she's seen her dad naked. It speaks for itself.
I don't know.
Thought they're gonna go and run banter with each other. I saw dad naked, you know.
Okay, but
Or
do you know
they're
how
gonna be
many couples-
traumatized.
No, but let me just give
They're
you
gonna
this.
be like,
Do you know how
"Rah!"
many mum and dads be fucking in the yard and beat, don't matter what age. Listen, I was big ass age when I used to know my mum was upstairs banging, and I used to be in my room like, this is she's taking a piss. Like, this is very much stepdad. What I'm just saying is, they're not gonna stop banging. Like the mum and dads, especially mum and dads, and that's their kids. They'll be banging for whatever, and if their kid happens to walk in, you just be like, Get out, man. Like, and you're really not going to see it as that big of a deal, that end of the world. Like, you're going to be like, I never bang when my child's in the house, just in case they see anything. So it's the same thing. There's an opportunity there for them to see things that they shouldn't see.
Who was you talking for when you said it like that?
What do you mean?
I'm just wondering, like, who was you talking for? It's like you was talking on behalf of somebody.
She's chatting about her own self.
Okay.
No.
Look, she's not, you see? Who's she
I don't know.
talking about?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, kids get more traumatized from seeing their parents having sex. Then they're gonna get traumatized.
Running out the
I saw my
shower.
dad's
But is
really
it-
one time when I
Running
went
out
in
the
the room by
shower.
accident.
Hold on. But are you saying seeing or hearing? They have to be specific.
What do you mean? I don't know. If you
Because
walk in
you-
the room,
as
Yeah,
you said-
you went from hearing and then
But
now
you
you're
just
saying
said,
seeing.
Yeah, you said that you used to hear your parents getting
sometimes
on.
I open the door.
But
and
you
then
knew
they're
what
like,
you-
So
"Wow."
you heard and then opened the door.
Because I was a fool. I didn't know what they was doing.
No,
You weren't a fool.
You was
You
being
knew what the
nosy.
fuck you was doing.
You was being nosy.
No, I didn't know.
You
what
was
they
a problem
doing.
child. And it's
didn't know
coming
what I
out
was
today.
doing.
You're a problem.
No, I never knew.
So
It
you
took
just
me
walking
ages
in.
to be like,
So you just heard noises. So you decided to walk in.
no, because obviously they were trying to be quiet, so I didn't know.
So you're extra listening. What the fuck? You're doing this. Getting the cup out.
No, there was no sound. There was no sound coming from the room.
So
I
why
was
did you go
oblivious.
in?
Because I needed something. Because why?
Needed what?
It's the middle of the fucking afternoon. Yeah? And I'm saying,
And you want to go in your mum and dad's room for
I want
something?
to ask them something. What's going on?
Is this a
Can I
specific
get a
story that
seat?
you remember or are you just saying?
I'm talking from memory.
So
There
then don't
was
say it was the
times-
afternoon.
There was times when sometimes, middle of the afternoon, my parents are in their room and I'm going in there and I'm like, can I get a sweet? Can I get an ice cream? Can I get
In
a
your mum's
something?
room?
And then my mum's like, get out!
The only sweet in there was your dad's candy
No,
stick.
I didn't want the sweet from there. I wanted it from the kitchen.
You've come quay from down in the kitchen where the lollies are
You
to
know
go
what?
and see your dad's candy stick
I think you
upstairs.
lot
Don't
have
make no
had too much
sense.
because you lot are not listening. You lot are not getting
Don't make no sense.
Obviously,
Listen.
I didn't want sweet from
Listen.
the room. I wanted it from the kitchen.
Oh, so you wanted to ask if you could have one.
Thank you. Exactly.
All right, say that next
Fucking
time.
idiot.
Say that next time. No, you can't call me the idiot. I'm helping you out by
you're not.
justifying what you're trying to say.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah. So then you can't call me the idiot.
Riddler, rein this in, please.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah, just making sure it's clarified.
Yeah, wrap this shit
Yeah,
up.
listen, we need to wrap up now because time is getting on.
Let me do my outro. Come on. Hello. Come on. Come
Oh,
to
we
me.
ain't got to that part yet.
What? It's not outro yet.
We ain't got to that part yet.
I'm done with
We ain't got to the outro yet.
Hey, Shura, why are you so done all of a sudden?
This has been mad entertaining.
I just want to big up to the baby mothers podcast for our first show together. Yeah, with me and G.
It's been good.
Yeah, it's been
Interesting.
very
That's the
interesting of thoughts. We will do this a bit more often where we all meet up. Yeah, and I think that's me. Anything you got in the comments, when hear your lots of views, drop them in there. Make sure you subscribe, share, and do the works. And your Shell's outro.
Yeah, guys, it'll be so interesting to know what you agreed with, what you didn't agree with. Like, it's not really a baby mum's versus baby father's thing.
No.
It's literally an individual thing. What were some of the points you agreed with? What were some of the points you thought were mad? It's cool if no one agreed with me. I'm me, I do me. But great to have the baby fathers and the baby mothers together. Interesting. Hopefully from watching you lot learned something, took something away, saw someone else's perspective. But definitely like, subscribe, comment. Let's interact.
So as I'm saying, I want to finish up because I want to finish up because Shells was talking to the guys, so I'll talk to the females. We can close there.
I can't
Yeah, that's